Hi, it's Quinby, and I'm back with Book 5, the final book in the Dark Photography Folio, by Swinn Daniels. What an ending to the series. Daniels ups the stakes once again and takes the characters to a place not of this earth. Why? Well, it seems Saxon Payne received an invitation to a wedding that he simply could not turn down. In this book, we meet creatures from both heaven and hell, and learn the fates of all the characters whom we have come to know and love over the past 4 books. In the sample I'm about to read, Saxon has been tasked with shooting the wedding guests. Here he encounters one of them, the mysterious Jacqueline. He turned to see a woman, petite, yet exuding a powerful otherworldly presence, before him. She had emerald eyes and full lips, her hair a deep scarlet. She wore a simple green dress that caressed her, thanks to the breeze from the window she stood before. Her figure was ripe, waist tiny, breasts small and round, her legs long and muscular. "May I taste you?" "May you what?" "Taste. Your sweat." Saxon hesitated for an instant, but only an instant. "Sure, go ahead." The girl opened her mouth, and a long and sinuous tongue stretched towards him, at least a foot in length. It delicately licked some moisture from his face, then returned to her mouth. Her gaze turned inward for a moment, and Saxon had the strangest sensation she was savoring him. She smiled. "You are a most intriguing man." "Thank you, I think." "Oh, it is a compliment. Have no fear. I have tasted much and more, and you are something different. For this is what I do. Taste. And this is who I am. Taste." "What about me?" asked Martin. The girl stepped back, distancing herself from him. "I do not need to taste you." "Why not?" "I already know what you would taste like." Her head had tilted slightly, and she made an unconscious gesture to brush an errant strand from her face. "What would I taste like?" "Death." Her eyes, as she looked at Martin, seemed sad, as though she knew his final fate. Then she turned back to Saxon. "My name is Jacqueline." She held out her hand, palm down. Saxon knelt before her and brought it to his lips. He kissed it. Then he looked up at her. "Saxon." He stood. "We are here to photograph you." "Yes, I know." She walked over to the window. Very thin, diaphanous curtains blew in the breeze, and Saxon was already seeing some amazing compositions. She took a hold of a fold of curtain and ran it over her body. "Something like this, perhaps?" Saxon already hid his camera to his face, Martin positioned to his left. Saxon began shooting, and Jacqueline moved among the curtains, as a nymph might move through a grove. She was a wonderful model, sometimes looking at the camera, sometimes gazing off into the distance. Then she took both curtains in either hand and stretched herself between them. Jacqueline suddenly held up a hand. What function does that one perform, aside from leering like a commoner at a hanging? "He's supposed to be working the reflector," answered Saxon, his ire piqued. "I do not think we need him." Martin began hurriedly unzipping the reflector pouch. "Wait, I have it right here." "Too late. Begone, Sirrah," she commanded. Martin left them with a smile, but Saxon saw something in his eyes that made him wary. "Now, lay down your camera, Saxon. I would have you remove my dress." Saxon did not have to be asked twice. He raised the hem of her dress and saw first her fiery cleft, inhaling deeply of her scent. Then he lifted the dress up over her breasts, and finally her head. She tossed it aside, and Saxon picked up his camera. "Please, continue." So he did. 1 hour passed in what seemed like only moments. He finished with her face and body in profile, one arm flung across her face, the other holding a curtain, so that her body leaned against it, almost to the diagonal, the light wrapping her body as though tasting her. She straightened, and Saxon put his camera down, then held her dress out to her, face averted. "Why are you so demure?" "I've always been that way. When I shoot a woman naked, I feel I should only look at her through the lens. A powerful bridge of trust that builds. Forgive me for saying this, but you look so young." Jacqueline laughed. "Appearances can be deceiving. I have eaten with the gods and dined on the flesh of unicorns. I have ridden down the last of the frost giants with the wild hunt, and was served first cut of his roasted heart by Woden's own hand. I learned the spear from Hercules, that I might take down the sacred boar and trade its crackling for a place at table in Valhalla. I've gotten drunk on the tears of angels and broken bread with death. As you measure time, I am older than a star. Saxon stared at her. You still do not understand, do you? Come here. Saxon joined her on the balcony. She stretched up to bring her hands behind his head, then draw him down to her waiting lips. The kiss that followed was something so immense, so alien, he almost lost his mind. His mouth, her tongue, her body, her essence, his hands upon her now, all of it flooded with a near eternity of tastes. From gods to galaxies, myth to meat, fruit, grain, and much he had no name for, wines more ancient than planets, the hunt, and sometimes hunger so that sensation might be sharpened. Food not as fuel but as sacrament. And at its core, an unchanged child, but with teeth. Ever playful, ever hungry for new tastes, from now until the end of time. She broke the kiss and Saxon fell to his knees, gasping. You live such short lives, she said. I had forgotten. After reading the book, I gently laid it down and sighed, sad that a journey I had been on for quite a while was now over. I let the characters and situations I remembered from all the previous books wash over me and was very happy and satisfied that I'd had this experience. And who knows? There may be a new series or another book that explores more of the wonderful worlds of Swinn Daniels. That's it for this week. This is Quinn Be Delicious signing off. See you in the next video.